Hello friends, welcome to my next video. So in today's session I will tell you what is the difference between authentication and authorization and why this authentication and authorization are required in the coding world. So let's start. So if I will explain in the simple word, let me to write it. Authentication clearly states that who you are. This is some kind of identification. Similarly, authorization is what you are allowed to do. So this is the basic line, basic thing. So let me to explain you with one diagram. As I have drawn one diagram, I will explain you through one story. If you can see my screen now, let me to zoom in. So let's say these two guys both are parents and they have two kids. Let's say kid 1 and kid 2, and this total box, the square size box, let's say this is one home and it's the home of this parent, right? So when all the four people, the parents and both kids, will try to enter into their house, they need some key to unlock it because there is some lock with their main door. So they all have the same key, so they will go to the door, they will unlock it, then only all will got into the house. So this is called authentication. All are authenticated people to enter into this house. So when the all four people will enter into their house, if you can see, there are four rooms present inside that house: room 1, room 2, room 3 and room 4. So for room 1, kid 1 is only allowed to access. For room 2, kid 2 is only allowed to access. Kid 1 cannot go to the kid 2's room, that is room 2. Similarly, kid 2 cannot go to the room 1, that is kid 1's room. Similarly, for room 3, both parents are allowed to access. Right? Kid 1 and kid 2 cannot enter into their parents' room. That is the authorization has been done by their parent. Let's say these parents are like super admin. So regarding room 4, let's say this is one their stock room or store room. All four people are allowed to access. Okay. Now if you are understanding this story, first I told you, first all four people, the both parent and their kid, they have the main gate key of their house. The four people are authenticated to enter into the house. So this is simple called the authentication. All four people are authenticated people to access this complete house. But after entering into the house, each one has the individual privilege. Kid 1 can access only one room and the common room. Similarly, kid 2 can access the one room, room 2 and the common room. Similarly, both parent can access their room. No one can go to other room instead of this common room. So this is called authorization. So let me to convert this story to in real life use case, real coding use case. So this is something called, if we will convert it, this authentication like the key and the lock. This is something like the login credential. If each one has the login credential, that is key, they can unlock any website. So that is called the authentication. After login with their valid credential, each one has some privilege to access some property. Right? If we take the example of Facebook, we all can create the credential, or all can log in into the Facebook, but we have some limitation to access some properties. we can do the post, we can write the comment, we can like, but we cannot do all the we cannot access all the properties. So authorization is something like one privilege which is defined from the superadmin. If we will consider about this story, this authorization, like one kid can access the one room. Let's say if the both parents are superadmin, they have distributed this privilege among themselves. So let me to go to my notepad again. Simple authentication. Simple for authentication, we need in real time, we need the login credential. Similarly, for authorization, we need some privilege or some access to, we need some permission to access some property. So this is the first difference. Second difference, we can say for authentication, all may have the credential, but for authorization, the privilege will be passed from superadmin. So these are the basic difference between authentication and authorization. Now if you have understood this diagram, now you must have some basic idea regarding the authentication and authorization. The same thing I am going to implement with Node.js. In Node.js, with inside our code, how we can implement authentication and authorization. So in my next video, I am going to show you how we'll implement this authentication and authorization using Node.js. Thank you. If you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe.